Greetings everyone, welcome to Your Level Sucks. I'm Draco. First things first, a lot of people have been complaining about the opening credits to this show, so now they're playing a hell of a lot faster, so I have to be quick. Today's episode is a special episode. I don't usually like to go after popular YouTubers, but in the comments of these videos, there's been a lot of people talking shit about this guy named DracoCon, who does nothing but submit a bunch of really shitty stages. So today's episode, we're only going to play his stages, and we're gonna see how much of a shitty player he really is in this game. Just in time. Alright, so here's the real skinny on today's episode. We're going to be taking a look only at stages that I've made, because these are stages that I have put in my videos for other people to play and leave comments on. Some of them are pretty good, some of them are pretty shitty, and some of them I haven't seen in, like, literally half a year. So, we're going to play through them again. I'm going to see if they still hold up to the test of time, and if not, I'll probably just talk shit on my own stages. Because I am not exempt from the Your Level Sucks philosophy. Today's first stage is called Echoes of Gator. This was uploaded literally the day after this game was released. You may have also noticed that this fucking asshole on the right is not me. You say, hey Draco, your name isn't Tom, and you also don't wear glasses. A, that's correct. B, I used to wear glasses, but I lost my pair, and I'm too much of a cheapskate to buy another pair. So there's a clarification on that. Tom is actually Dr. Rockowitz. He's my old roommate, and he has done a lot of work with Gatorbox. He appears in some of our older videos, and he also does all the music for our videos, except the Mario Maker videos, just the other ones that are not that. Oh, he actually released a fucking kick-ass double album called The Musings of Balance. It's rock and acoustic, and I've had the link to his Bandcamp in the description of all of our videos, so if you haven't checked him out yet, go check him out. Let's get into this stage. I'll talk about the history, the story behind it. We'll see how this goes. Echoes of Gator is a reference to Super Mario Land, the Game Boy game. We worked on this stage together. He had just picked up the game. I had gone to a open air market and found an original Game Boy still in its world-class service case for like 35 bucks. So I was like, fucking raise the roof, big money! And so yeah, we decided to copy the first stage from Super Mario Land because I had been playing it, and we uploaded that. It's kind of a really unoriginal thing to do, but we stayed faithful to the game, and the reason why I'm opening all the question blocks here is because you can see that I went through the stage and played it, and we copied it block for block, including what's inside the blocks. Like, this should be a star. Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get it to play the fucking orchestral music whenever you get the star. But there's actually something really interesting about copying this stage that I pointed out in another video. Let me get all these coins real quick. Something I pointed out is that if you were to copy the whole stage, you actually can't get to the ending, so we had to make a few changes and shorten up the end of the stage a bit. Left all that there, and then there's the ending, of course. The name of the stage, Echoes of Gator, is actually a reference to, it's either Super Demo World or the second Reality Project Reloaded, both of which are Super Mario World ROM hacks for the Super NES, and the very first stage is called Echoes of Gator, and the very first stage is also a copy of this stage. So, my thoughts on this stage now, a full 6 months after it's been uploaded. Half of a fucking year, god damn it, where does the time go? It's not a bad stage, but I acknowledge that just copying an existing stage is a stupid fucking thing to do. And, I guess in that regard, it's a pretty shitty stage. I guess it sucks, but I'm still gonna give it a star anyways, because fuck you. Okay, the next stage is called Donald Trump's Money Jamboree, and the story behind this one, this one's gotten some weird comments over the months. The story behind Donald Trump's Money Jamboree. It looks like a pixel art vote whore stage. It's not. I made this not even really knowing what that was at the time. The reason why this level exists is because Rocky occasionally does work with Brian Altano from IGN. They've done music work together. They did an album called Misanthrope a couple years ago, which is also really fucking awesome. Rocky does the guitar for like 3 or 4 songs. Misanthropealbum.com. Let's plug another one of those. Anyways, IGN, they have a show called Up at Noon, hosted by Brian Altano and Max Scoville from the Comedy Button podcast. and they did an open request thing for Mario Maker levels that were Donald Trump themed. So I made one, Rocky made one, and they featured like 5 or 6 of them on their show. I don't actually remember if this specific episode was featured on the Up at Noon show, or if they like tweeted out the level codes to some of the ones that didn't make the cut, and this was one of them. But in either case, this level was featured by IGN. So let's take a look at Donald Trump's money jamboree. We're gonna make America great again. We're gonna build a wall. We're gonna keep out all the Mexicans. We're gonna keep out all the Muslims. Everyone gets jobs. So the story here is that you start out poor, right? You start out poor, you get that small loan of $1 million, you come down here inside this is called the Magic Cash Infuser machine. This is the cash station. You get all charged up, you get all juiced up, you get all the money, you get that small loan of $1 million, then you run, you just hold right, you turn into Donald Trump. We got some comments, no one likes Trump, of course. And then since, I like the comments so far. You can pick up his hairpiece, because his hair is not real, so you pick that up. He kind of looks like a zombie in this really terrible block art, and then you come down here, and it says, you're fired, and then there's some stupid shit you can look at. Fuck you, buddy. You go up, you get the trampoline, you jump, oh fuck, I missed it, and then at the very end, you go inside Trump Tower. Which is made of gold. I like that stage. I feel like the people who hate that stage, coolest level ever. I love Trump 2012. Hank C is one of the many people who doesn't quite get the joke. He says, "Don't get it. You say you don't like trampolines and stars, but this." Someone I know that I hate thinks Donald Trump will become president and hates Obama. I feel for you, Nick. I feel like everybody knows somebody exactly like that. Like, everyone... That's what's fucking scary about Donald Trump, is that everyone knows at least one person who's going to vote for Trump. Sometimes more than one person. That's fucking scary. Also, Saitama, intolerante racista este tipo... I hope he's calling Donald Trump fuck. It's hard to tell because now Marlon is like, why you like Donald Trump? I think he is a dumb. Fucking hell. Man. When people don't get the joke on stuff, that's what worries me. Is that I don't actually like Donald Trump. I think he's a piece of shit. Up next is Bowser's Big City. I finally registered my own Nintendo account. I didn't want to do it for the longest time, which is why I just used Rocky's account, because I don't actually have... I didn't own a Wii U at the time, so I figured I didn't have any need for an account. But I finally registered one under my usual screen name of DracoCon, and that fat fucking me is me, I guess. Anyways, this is one of the stages I've submitted that people seem to really fucking hate. It's a very artful themed stage, and I don't blame them for hating it, because basically at some point an update for the game kind of fucked up part of this stage. So I'll point that out. It's going to be really obvious when we get there, but I'll still point it out. Obviously this is a very thematic, it's a city, hence the name. So you go up here, you gotta climb the crane. Those meant to look like scaffolding. So bad, 11 stars, no. Yeah, so, okay, see these comments? If you're dumb enough to do this number and, like, hop in here and get in here to get the 1-ups, you're fucking retarded. I don't know why people do that. Didn't you say something about levels more than 3 trampolines? Yes, and you remember the number, holy shit. So you basically need the mushroom to break out. You gotta break out of the crane. We're getting to the part that people hate. You come down here, that's the I-beam thing that falls. Now the problem here is that Nintendo put out an update to this game that kind of adjusted how the trampolines behave. So before the trampolines have a chance to spawn, they used to spawn in a linear fashion, like the level would generate in columns, which made it so that the fucking trampolines wouldn't break like that whenever they first appear. But instead, they now that happens. So I can't fix that. So unfortunately, an update kind of caused some problems for this stage. But as you can see, it's not a level where you bounce, like where you yourself bounce on the trampolines. It's just platforming on moving platforms. I don't get why people are fucking whining about it, but I guess I can see why they're complaining. You come over here, it says Inc., like incorporated, and those are smokestacks. They originally put out Lakitu clouds, but that broke the level, so I got rid of them. So I actually made sure to put 2 routes here, because if you fuck up these falling platforms, you're stuck. So there's 2 ways to go. You go across the top. Now you're on the buildings, you know, with the windows and everything looks neat. I don't think I didn't put an invisible block here because we hadn't unlocked him yet. I pretty much made these stages with the stuff that comes with the game, so I didn't really, This is a pretty shitty jump. Oops. That's not how you're supposed to do that, but I fucked up. So, you're not supposed to make a leap of faith, so I wrote go, and the thing telling people to jump all the way over there, and I thought that was another one-up, but not quite. So, there's that. I don't know, that's a stage that it hasn't necessarily aged well because of the way that the game received an update that fucked up how levels are generated as you play them. So it did kind of fuck up the I-beams at the beginning. That's what the trampolines are supposed to be. They're supposed to be I-beams. I can kind of see why people are complaining about the stage. I didn't really intend for the trampolines to end up acting that way, but they just kind of did. But, I don't know, overall I think it's not necessarily that bad of a stage, but I agree that it could be better. Alright, the next stage is, I think actually this was the first stage I ever submitted that not the first one I made, but the first one I submitted with my Nintendo account, which is called Nintendo Hard, aka Bowser's Fortress. And it's as long as the game allowed, and again, it was also created just with the stock stuff that came with the game, because this was only a month after the game was released, so they hadn't really added a lot of stuff into the game yet. Anyways, I wanted to make a hard stage, and I wanted to make it have multiple routes. I wanted to make it so that you would have to take damage, so you couldn't take like a power-up past a certain point. Anyways, I wanted to try a bunch of fucking high-concept bullshit. I want to say this level might be rendered impossible by the same update that kind of dicked with the level generation. Right here at the beginning, you see this thing with the trampolines. This makes a lot of people salty. That part's the worst. Because what you used to be able to do, Oops. What you used to be able to do at this part is jump up this inside thing, and, yeah, that might not... You might have to be Small Mario for that. Yeah. There was an update that was pushed that slightly modified the behavior of the trampolines. You used to be able just to go up here and jump, and the game would... Maybe it still kind of works, it looks like. Maybe. There we go, okay. So that part still works, but it's a hell of a lot fucking harder than it used to be. Which, again, was not really part of my intentions. Here's the first route in the game. You go here, and this star will eventually bounce down here. You gotta wait for it. There it is, and then you go. There's a fire flower in case you need it for these Hammer Brothers up here. Get some falling platforms. Now, if these platforms fall and you miss them, you die. One thing that I will admit sucks about this stage is the Hammer Brothers sometimes jump down here, and I didn't know how to fix that, so I couldn't fix it. So this is kind of like a Star Runner, but not. There's a thwomp there. That's a trap. See? I am throwing in a lot of bullshit traps that really tend to piss me off whenever other people do them. So, god damn it. Oh, I don't want that. Fuck that. That's the weird mushroom. I think there should be another... Nope. Okay, well... There's a fire flower in the top. Oops. This was also before... Oh, shit. This was also before the checkpoint update, so... This level's really fucking shitty like that. The fact that the trampolines got bugged... not to quote DSP, but pointed out and acknowledged. The fact that the trampolines got bugged is it really upsets me, because otherwise it's not really that bad of a stage. I really enjoyed it. I guess I can show off the other route while I'm here. You have to take a hit right here if you're going to go this way. And then there's a baby jump right here. Woo! See? And then you're right back. Right back good as new. Now, the trick here is to get over to this, to get over to the fire flower as quickly as possible, because Lakitu will start throwing shit at you, and I'm gonna... Oh, man. Swag. These fuckers. And I do believe you can take the, you can take one of these clouds, and it actually makes this part a little easier. That was intentional, if you manage to take them. Although, if you don't kill Lakitu, then it kind of makes the rest of the stage pretty difficult as well. Fuck. Shit! Alright. Here's probably the next most bullshit part of this stage, is these fireballs. I want to say if you hold right here, that's the trick. Let me see. Oh, no, I jumped at the end. I choked. I choked. Shell's making a hell of a racket. There we go. All right. Now this part's also bullshit. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but there's these pipes here, and there's 4 of them, but there's only 3 shells, and only one of them will give you the item. I think it's a trampoline that you need to make it up to the top, and I want to say it's this one that gives it to you. Nope, that's the Goomba. Fuck. Oops. Taking hits here. There it is. All right. So. You get up inside the roof. It says Koopa and all that good stuff. Shit, that's just a 1-up. So I was starting to run out of ideas for traps because, again, I made this using only what you get at the beginning of the game. So did some precarious jumps. You jump down here. Here's Koopa. I think I give you a mushroom so you can make the jump. Make the jump to the axe and fuck him up. It's not that. It's a hard stage and it has some bullshit traps, but it's not impossible. I don't really understand this one so much. Save for the trampoline thing at the beginning, which used to work, but then again it was a glitch that got semi-patched and it doesn't behave the same way. So it kind of, I can't help that. But when it was posted, the level wasn't really that bad. So if you had a chance to play it before the patch kind of fucked with the trampolines, then you really got to play it during its peak, I guess, or when it was, I don't know, fucking most... Oh, is that a fucking amiibo stage? And the suggested things to my own levels? You shitting me? Alright, this next one was also uploaded on my old account. It's called Board Bowser's Sub. It's named after the star from Dire Docks in Super Mario 64. I had this stupid-ass idea to make, like, thematic levels based around Super Mario 64. This was the only one I ever made. It's another kind of artsy-fartsy type stage. There's a lot of routes you can go. You've got these little underwater mines. I should probably be swimming up top so y'all can see all the beautiful submarines I made. Here we go. See? That's supposed to be bubbles, like it's a jet stream, see? I think there actually is, I'm pretty sure there's a fire flower in that question block over there, but I kind of fucked up. Let me see if I can get over to it. Oh, well, fuck that up. Never mind. I guess the main design flaw here is that there's nothing that forces you to, like, swim up near the submarines. Also, unfortunately, I didn't realize the Potobos acted like fucking limp dicks underwater, so that looks stupid. I thought the fireballs were going to shoot straight ahead. I thought they were going to be like a really cool super-powered version of the bullet bills I put, but I don't... Nope. Alright. Can you swim while crouched? Nope. Just wanted to see. Alright. God damn it. Okay. So now you're, this is Bowser's Sub. I don't know if you can tell because he's like spitting hot fire. He's dropping a new mixtape. There's also a star here, just in case you want to just enjoy the level and not try to fight him with fire underwater. Also, shoutouts to the fire swastika right there. Later, Bowser. So long, Gabe Bowser. Oh, he finally died. Okay. There we go. So that's that stage. It's really easy. In fact, the game actually classifies that one as easy, I think. It's not hard. Like I said, that was part of this idea I had for thematic stages. Thank you, Sound Pizza. I appreciate it. I didn't actually mention this stage in any of the Your Level Sucks videos, just because, like I said, it was part of an idea I had for thematic stages that I didn't really do. Which I guess is kind of unfortunate. I ought to go like revisit this and remake this stage and do some of the other ones that I had an idea for. The only problem is that since you can't really do slants and inclines in this game, the bright ideas I had for things like the slide and stuff like that you can't really do. But anyways, I mean, there's the Board Bowser sub. That's your sneak peek, never before seen super secret hidden level here on Your Level Sucks. All right. This next stage is the one that everyone fucking hates. And you can tell because it has a 1.3 completion percentage. It's called Don't Go Pee. And actually, this game was retroactively reclassified as Super Expert when that update came out. Also, I hit my hat, and that's going to look fucking stupid on tape. It's called Don't Go Pee, and it's a jumping puzzle stage where you don't want to hit the P switch because hitting the P switch deletes the floor and drops a bunch of enemies on you to ensure that you die. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking when I made this. Actually, I know exactly what the fuck I was thinking when I made this. Let me just start this stage, because I know it's going to take me forever to beat it, and I'll start talking about the history of this stage as I play it. First of all, that's the level's gimmick right there. I mean, holy shit, that's a bunch of deaths. The one up there is a trap. Don't get it. Don't get the one up. Don't go pee. This is the jump. You gotta jump up in here. Don't get the one up. One up is a trap. I'm pretty sure the gimmick here is that all the one ups in this stage are traps. The reason why this stage exists is because as Your Level Sucks was growing in popularity, people were badgering me to submit stages. You can actually get that one up. In fact, let me see if I can make it over there. Yeah, you see, you can get this one. That one's not a trap. People kept badgering me to make stages, and I was like, okay, fine, you stupid fuckers. Take this. This level actually looks a lot nicer now that the P-switches are blue instead of that gaudy-ass orange. I fucking hated those. This was the result of people saying, hey, submit stages, you need to submit stages, you're fucking YouTube famous now, blah blah blah. And I really didn't know what the fuck I was supposed to do. Oh shit, what did I touch? God damn it. So I kind of made this stage as kind of like a fuck you to everyone who was giving me a hard time saying that I suddenly had to create a stage now that I was popular on YouTube for Super Mario Maker. That plan kind of backfired because the stage itself is pretty bad. I mean, in hindsight, it's pretty bad. Okay, let's make it up there. There we go. All right, got a babby jump. This is the jump this is the bad jump right here. God damn it. You can hit one of the P switches. I think there's see how there's a couple frame window where if you jump on a P switch, you can jump again. So you can kind of cheese this stage. I don't know at what point exactly you can do it, but once I found out that you could jump off the P switches after you've hit them, I realized that you can skip part of the stage. Alright, here we go. Here it is. I think it might actually be right here. Let me... Shit. Okay. Let me... Okay, here it is. Yeah, see? That's me dismissing my own bullshit stage because I will admit it's too hard. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but there's the hot tip. There's the hot tip. you can cheese it right at the end right there and use that glitch to your advantage. Apparently the person who has the world record has done that as well. Now we're moving into stages that I myself have created on the Nintendo account that is associated with my Wii U. The reason why I didn't carry DracoCon over is because I couldn't fucking figure it out. So I got pissed off. I quit giving a shit. I just wanted to play this game and shoot my show. So I registered Muck Dragon, which is the name I submit speedruns under at speedrun.com. You take a look at that. You look me up. You can stalk me on the internet. And then this was the first stage I made under that account, and I made it in response to the Mercedes-Benz stage. Let's just hit play real quick. Consume, obey, which is that's a They Live reference, just in case you didn't know. You get to play as this fucking stupid-ass car, and in fact, I'm just going to drive along the top of it because I really don't give a shit. So it says, you are unhappy, you will buy this car, obey advertisements. Actually several people in the comments are like, what do I have against this? You know, oh, you get a free stage, you get a free costume out of it. It's fucking terrible. Like, I'll admit that while this isn't a predominantly adult game, there are a lot of adults that play it, but there's also a lot of kids that play it, and they don't need to be exposed to advertisements. Also, you might notice that there's something new here that isn't on the uploaded version of the stage. These little trampolines right here. The story behind those is originally all of these platforms were 1 block shorter, and I made them 1 block higher right before I submitted this stage, just so that it'd be much easier to grab the flagpole. And I didn't realize that when you fall down here without a trampoline, now you can't get out. When it's only 4 blocks tall, you can get out. But that fucked up the whole stage. I tried to add them here and save it, but it doesn't change the uploaded stage, so I don't know why I fucking bother. Yeah, play fucking wail on that guitar. Wow, wow. Yow! Ah, feel good. That was exciting. Moving on, we have Arino's Atlantis no Nazo Flashback, which is a reference to the Japanese game show. Well, I guess technically game as in video game. Japanese TV show Game Center CX. I'm a huge fan of it. And in the very first stage, Arino tries to play this game called Mystery of Atlantis, which is notoriously hard. It's fucking bullshit. Every few months, I try to play it and see how far I can put up with its bullshit, and I never beat it. So I basically designed this stage to look as close to the game as possible, just with Super Mario Brothers. These trees serve a purpose. If you actually look up the Mystery of Atlantis game, you'll see that the background bushes are the same pattern. So there's that. Now we go into entering Tooth Zone, Underground Zone. That's the one thing I like about Mystery of Atlantis, is that all the numbers are suffixed by TH. So things like 23rd and stuff like that is, say, like 23rd, I guess. It doesn't make any fucking sense. That's that English quality for you. The trick here is go up around the top. That's the easier route. The little spinies are meant to be some of the enemies from the game. They're the only Mario enemy that behaves most like the Mystery of Atlantis enemies, so that's why I went with those. So this is another variant of the underground stages from Mystery of Atlantis. You go, and then you go in the doors because it's like Mystery of Atlantis that has doors. So this all shit works on multiple stages. And then we have the like the jungle type stages with the ridiculous platforming. Oops. I'm sorry. Okay, let's try this again. I mean, these jumps, like I said, it's meant to be a Mystery of Atlantis, complete with the bullshit jumps and everything. Like, the jumps... Try playing that game. I mean, in Mario Brothers, you can kind of adjust your pitch in the air and stuff like that. You can adjust your jump. In this game, no. You get one fixed jump distance, and if you fuck it up, you're so dead. This part is kind of like the final zone, sort of. If you jump down here, you might think, oh no, I'm totally fucking boned, but you can. There's actually, I put some hidden blocks down here you can get back up. Just because I like you. Let's see, where's the... Oops. Where's the other one? There's another one. There it is. Oh no, that's just a trampoline. Okay, now, this time, if you What the fuck? Wait, oh shit. I don't remember putting that one there. Oops. Mystery of Atlantis, ladies and gentlemen! Fuck, that's terrible. That one did not used to... I must have accidentally copied that block and I just didn't even notice it. Oh shit. That looks really bad on me because as a former game designer, you're supposed to test your shit and... Oh, there it is! Never mind! Forget I said anything, I totally meant to do all that. There we go. I like that stage. That's a good stage. I think... I kind of have a thing for themed stages and D-makes and things like that. So, when they're done right, they're really good. But they're really easy to fuck it all up. So, I don't know. I still stand by that stage. I think it's aged pretty well. I actually like that stage. The next stage is a personal favorite of mine. It's called Every Evil Knievel Jump Ever. Let me just get into it and I'll explain. Evel Knievel is an American stuntman who's known for making jumps across like a bunch of school buses and shit like that, and planes. And I think he tried to jump the Grand Canyon, but pussied out or something. Anyways, the joke here is that every fucking jump that Evel Knievel has ever done, he fucks it up, and he ragdolls across the stadium for like 100 yards, breaks every bone in his body, like this. You're not supposed to make that jump. That's part of the joke. Again, this is one of those stages where people don't get the fucking joke behind it. Evel Knievel sucks at what he does, and that's the gimmick. He's not supposed to make the jump. Let me hit the P switch because I'll show off this part that I don't think a lot of people even bother checking out. You get a 1-up for going down there for your troubles. And then, so Evel Knievel tries to... I kind of based it off the Grand Canyon jump. So Evel Knievel tries to jump the Grand Canyon, fucks it all up, and then you have to, like, climb through the caves to get back out. And then, one of my favorite things that people have done is they've posted, like, comments where they are standing right here, and they're like, oh, I made it! I'm glad that some people get it. That makes me happy. And then that's the end of that stage. So you can kind of tell the evolution of my stages. There was a point where I was trying to make levels that were Nintendo-ish and things like that, and then I went straight to just making bullshit stages. Speaking of bullshit stages, we have Your Level Sucks: The Experience. Yeah, this says version 2.0 because I made some changes to it. I introduced this level in the Your Level Sucks viewer special. My goal was to make a stage that incorporated as many bad level design tropes as I possibly could fucking do. And this was the result. So I will name them as we go. Advertisement. Music. That sounds horrible. I'm gonna pause this right here, and I'm gonna play the SWAT Cats theme, and then I'm gonna resume this video so you know what it's supposed to sound like. There you go. All right, music, advertisement. All right, here we go. Star Runner, get ready. Makes a lot of noise. Twitch.tv/Gatorbox. That's a Twitch plug. Also, haphazard placement of coins. Not caring where the game throws the little trees down. As you can see, they're all over the letters. Alright, here we go. And we get into the best part. This is the Amiibo collection. I wanted to pick a bunch of things that weren't really Amiibos. So, I think the Yarn Yoshi is the only one that's actually an Amiibo. That's from my personal collection. There was another advertisement one there, the little airplane Sky Pop from Super Mario Land, the Southwestern Airlines level. The reason I didn't make a stage about that one because that's actually a pretty good advertisement stage. It doesn't shove it in your face. Now we have an autoplay stage. Autoplayer. Shoutouts to the arrow swastika. This was my least favorite part of this stage to make. I fucking hate this. There's just some design for no reason. There's me dragging the thing to draw the coins. I tried to figure out what I could do for an automatic stage. I decided to make it a Gatorbox community meme, a community in-joke reference. So I wrote Poop Town. If you don't understand the story of Poop Town, I have a video in my channel called The Legend of Poop Town. And what it is, it's basically some griefing in the Roblox game that my brother FPS Reflex and I used to do. And we had an item named Poop Town that we would spawn on other people's maps that would just cause a ruckus and cause people's computers to freeze. There we go. Annoying baby sound effect. Now we have entered the tutorial. Complete with as many really shitty level design things as I could possibly fit. If you notice, like, there's a lot of subtle things. Like, I fucked up on stacking the enemies. The Koopa Troopa up there was not red, he was green. The pipes didn't get stretched correctly. There's a block, on top of a block, you can't get the mushroom. Finally, we come down here to the very end, a bunch of bullshit stars. Your level sucks. Stacked Bowsers. And we reach the end of the stage. This level was a real challenge to make. I liked putting it together. It was a learning experience to me. Oh, and then also, Doge. You didn't see that during the normal gameplay because that's the bullshit pixel art thing. And then also the other pixel art as the thumbnail that says "Please star." Making this stage was a real challenge. I actually ran out of blocks to put, like every kind of block. I completely maxed it out, and this is what I have to show for it. There was a lot of give and take because there's a lot of things that I shit on in this game, like really crappy use of Yoshi, but you can't get Yoshi in Super Mario Brothers, the classic version. You can't do Super Mario U and have amiibo collections and things like that. So it was really kind of a push and pull. Ultimately, I went with Super Mario Brothers because that let me put the most shit in there. There's some people in the comments, I don't know if they get the joke, like they take these screenshots and they're like complaining about it, but I don't know if they're complaining to like because they're pretending to be me and they're like exaggerating things, or if they're complaining because they just don't fucking get it. Because I will admit, if you're not in on the joke, this stage is a fucking chore to get through. Anyways, it just about does it for this episode of Your Level Sucks. This was another special one focused entirely on self-cringe. I think some of my stages have withstood the test of time. I am not a paragon of what you can and can't do in this game, even though I like to make believe that I am. I'm not immune to criticism. There's some valid points raised on a lot of the stages that I've submitted, but I still stand by some of them, mostly the joke ones. You guys got me on like Don't Go Pee and the Bowser Fortress ones, but some of that is my own fault. Some of that is the fault of, there's no fault of my own. But I will admit, stacking the trampolines up like that was a fucking retarded idea, and it just asking for trouble. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's really it. But thank you for checking it out. I hope you enjoyed it. We did get to see a couple of stages that were new, like the Budo and Board Bowser sub, which I just never really talked about ever on tape. So found some old gems, something from the day after the game was released, and something from a idea for stages that I didn't pursue that I think I might go for it now. Like, that actually inspired me, so I think I might actually go through, and now that there's a whole bunch of extra parts that you can use to make stages with, I might be able to go through and make some of those Super Mario 64 D-makes. So I'll keep you posted on that. If I decide to do anything with it and not be a lazy piece of shit, maybe I'll have some level codes in the next video. As always, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Gatorbox, I mean, this show has really helped grow this channel, and that means the world to me, because there's a lot of people that work on stuff here at Gatorbox, and it's encouraging to not just me, but to everyone else here on the channel, that we're getting views, we're getting subscribers, we're getting comments, people are sharing what we do, and it's really cool. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for helping grow this channel. I mean, I'm thankful that even though the channel's growing, we're still at a size where I can still interact with individual people in the comments when they ask questions, or, you know, if they say something stupid that needs to be responded to. I like that I can still go back and give those people the attention that they deserve, or sometimes the attention that they're asking for. But keep sharing the videos, keep helping this channel grow. I appreciate it. Even though our live show is currently on hiatus and it's been extended because of some stuff that's outside of my control, we hope to come back in full force and have a lot more great stuff for you. In the meantime, we're busy releasing legacy content that hasn't been posted yet. So stick around. We've got more great Gatorbox content on the way. We've got more Your Level Sucks. As always, I'm Draco. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time on Your Level Is Not Very Good. Right when I was about to start taping. Got an update. Got another update. Another fucking update. I know it says 3 minutes right there, and now it says 2 minutes now. It teeters back and forth between 2 or 3. It's been doing that for the past 10 minutes. It's fucking lying to me. You know, back in my day, you had a cartridge and you had one shot to get a game right on the first try. You didn't have to fucking download updates and DLC and shit like that. Fuck me. Hey, we're done.